Connecticut is an equitable distribution state with one distinctive feature that matters significantly for creditors. Connecticut is an all property state, meaning that courts can divide all property of either spouse, not just property acquired during the marriage, when fashioning an equitable award. Separate property, including premarital property and inherited assets, is potentially divisible at the court's discretion. This broad property reach in Connecticut divorce proceedings reflects a philosophy that marriage is a partnership in which all assets may be relevant to a fair division. For creditors seeking to trace a debtor's assets, Connecticut's all property approach means that premarital assets, inheritances, and gifts that might be protected in other states are potentially part of the marital estate and thus visible in divorce proceedings. Connecticut courts consider marital fault in property division. A finding of fault can affect the equitable allocation of property and support. For creditors pursuing Connecticut debtors, the joint debt question follows the standard equitable distribution analysis. The non-signing spouse is not automatically liable for one spouse's individual obligations. Connecticut does not have a broad necessaries doctrine imposing automatic joint liability for household expenses. Connecticut's homestead protection. Connecticut does not have a traditional homestead exemption statute. However, property held in tenancy by the entirety is protected from the individual creditors of either spouse, a significant protection for married debtors who hold real estate jointly with their spouse. Wage garnishment in Connecticut. Connecticut limits wage garnishment to 25% of disposable earnings and protects a minimum weekly take-home amount from garnishment. Bank accounts held jointly as tenancy by the entirety are similarly protected from the individual creditors of one spouse. For creditors with judgments against both spouses, tenancy by the entirety protection disappears and joint accounts and real property become fully accessible. People Locator Skip Tracing provides Connecticut debtor investigation and asset identification. Visit peoplelocatorskiptracing.com to place your order.